Make the second game, probably not this one. That's
yes. It's Legacy. That team that has the girls. Shortstop. Oh my gosh, she's like she moves. Like the only thing that's not like as good as a guy that I've seen. She has a good arm. Yeah, we've actually been focusing specifically on, hey guys, pick yourself up. You can't get down yourself because a couple guys make an error and then you get down. Yeah. And then the whole team follows suit. That's right. Yeah.
Hey, Christian. think between both of us sitting right here, we should be able to get it scored properly.
Right?
You got your lineup done yet?
Yes. You want to scan it?
Yep. Score game. Get a guess and say it's us.
Yeah, I do the same.
Sure.
Thank you.
All right, so I got. We'll start with yours. We got Parker lead off.
Yep.
We got Ty.
Yep.
Brenner.
Yep.
Will.
Yep.
Luke.
Yep.
Travis.
Yep.
Kelvin.
Yes.
Hillary.
Yes.
Preston.
Yep.
Dash.
Yes. Yes.
Dash, you're
Yes.
We got me. We got Trip.
Yep.
Andrew.
Yep.
Carter.
Yep.
Hunter.
Yes.
Caleb on the mound.
Yep.
Austin.
Yep.
Brady.
Yep.
Judah.
Yes.
Ryan.
Yep.
Sky.
Yep.
And Cole.
Yep. Good deal.
Pirates just need to get here and get us started early.
That's right. I got a feeling this mist is going to get heavier the later this goes on.
I know, that's my worry. Which one's yours?
Clint.
Clint?
Second base, yeah.
Okay, mine is Andrew, shortstop.
Okay.
That's number 2. What was that? Huh? I am. I was just busy at the moment. I didn't open it up yet.
I'll take this and here.
No.
I feel like I'm in Seattle.
Right? Tempted to go get the weather pod.
We used to play with Judah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
We also used to play with Cole.
With Cole?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Back at SKSA and Orwell days.
Gotcha. Yeah, Cole and Sky. Cole and Judah are both new this season.
Oh, okay.
This is their first season with us. Come on, Andrew, dig it.
I got a towel, but once my towel gets wet, I think I'm going to go under.
I brought an umbrella. So.
Yeah.
I think we're the lucky ones still, though, getting to have a chance to play today.
That's true. I agree.
Over tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to get many played tomorrow.
I'm umpiring tomorrow too.
Oh, are you?
The 14U.
Okay.
All the way up there. So hard on the pitchers.
Yeah. Hopefully they'll rotate the ball out so they can keep a dry ball if they have enough.
Well, we got a whole box of used balls in our locker room that we can use.
Yeah.
We got the whole, probably got about 50 balls in there. Caleb on the ball? Yep, Caleb's on the ball. Right. I need to go get my gear on?
No, he's coming.
All right.
Look, KT late too.
Really?
Yeah. They had a wreck up there. Traffic got backed up, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is hard enough yeah, at all. Not even close.
Good, man.
This is going to be home.
What's up, Walt? Grab it, tuck your shirt in.
Everybody out there, tell me the picture! Everybody!
I don't do a lot of it. Please don't. We don't even go to that. I was so bad, man. Balls in! My thing would go like my game goes small, and I mean, I feel like can't say that too much. I'm like, wait, I know it ain't broke. I never ever do it again. Here you go, big guy. Do it again. I got that. Let me have that. Let me have that. Come on, do it again. Here you go. Let me have that. Get up to the coach. Keep it dry. Keep going. Go ahead and throw it down. Throw it down there.
Strike one right here, big boy.
Let's go, Jack!
Come on!
Let's go, Jack!
Bring with you, got bring with you. Who owns him? Load the hot.
Alright, what's the strike right here? Ribbon, let's go! This means it's
On deck. We had 3 on, gentlemen.
What's the strike? Let's go! Let's go, Trip! You got anything close?
Good Trip. Hey, watch Trip. That was a 4-pitch walk, Andrew.
Go, Andrew. Get one, kid. Bring him home.
Did we just start? Yeah.
Like this is the top of the first.
Yeah, it's second play.
All right, now you know where it's at, Andrew. Let's go. Don't lose that outside.
What's up, Pirates fans? Sorry we're late to the broadcast. I'll blame myself for that because I'm the only one to blame. We are here in the top of the first inning, second batter. He's down 1-2, runner on second base. Dash is starting. We'll go through the rest of the starters here in a minute. Here's the pitch. That is right down the middle for called strike 3. So great job there, Dash, bouncing back after a leadoff walk. Gets the 2-hole hitter for this opposing team with a backwards K. 1 out, runner on second base. It's a little rainy here, folks. Here's the pitch. That is a little bit low for ball 1. I'm good. Dash steps on the rubber. He takes a long look in. Fires that pitch. That is right over the outside corner for strike 1. Well, sorry I'm late, folks. A little hectic. We'll talk about it more when Preston gets up to bat, but let's just say I channeled my inner lumberjack today, and I'm running a little bit late. Here's the pitch. That's in the dirt. Gets past Luke to the screen. So 2-1 count here. Runner advances to third base on the pitch. Two balls, 1 strike. I'm not even sure who we're playing, folks. Sorry, normally I'm a lot more prepared, but you can tell I am not prepared at the moment. So Dash looks in. It's windy and rainy. That is in there for strike 2, right at the letters, right down the middle. Dash looks like he's throwing hard tonight. I don't have a radar gun, so I was going to say I don't have my radar gun. I don't even own a radar gun, but based on my internal calculations, it looks like he's throwing about 56. That one is swung on and missed for strike 3. So 2 back-to-back strikeouts there, striking out the number 2 and the number 3 hitters for, sorry, I don't know who this team is. I'm going to have to look it up, folks. But regardless, great job, Dash Lehman. Team Houston Blue, that's who we're playing. THB. Not to be confused with THC, 1 letter off. But it could mean the world of difference. All right, that brings up their 4-hole hitter. He's a lefty, number 11, swings and misses at strike 1. I don't even know if anybody's out there listening to me to catch some of my jokes, but I feel like that was a pretty good one. Dash steps off. Runner had a decent-sized lead at third base, so tell he just wanted to keep him close. Dash comes set. Here's the pitch. That is a little bit inside for ball 1. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Fouled off the end of the bat. Strike 2. Really good pitch there by Dash. Dash comes set. Here's the pitch. Hip high for ball 2. Later, baby Dash. I think the microphone's working. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Okay, I think it's working now. I'm not sure if that's from the camera or from your mic though. Well, when I said got a baby Dash, I was over there. Yeah. Oh, you just started. All right, I think y'all can hear me. All right, folks, I think you can hear me. We're back at it. Little IT problem. We got a great IT department here at KNOW. If you know, you know. Your home for Pirates baseball. Normally we're playing on Saturdays, but we're playing on a Friday night under the lights in Texas. It sounds like a recipe for Friday night lights to me. And who doesn't like baseball more than football? If you like football more, you're crazy. I like football, just not as much as baseball. Friday night lights. Excuse me. Feel a little congested, but anyway, April 4th. It is rainy and windy, not super cold. All right, here we go. Parker is leading off for the Pirates. THB pitcher's working out of the windup. That's in there for a ball. I'm going to struggle today, folks, saying THB versus THC. Sorry, not sorry in advance. I'm going to try my best, but it's one letter. Here's the pitch. That's outside for ball 2. Parker stands in there. He's hitting .895 when he leads off on Friday nights. So I like his chances to get a big hit his first at bat. Here's the pitch. That is fouled back for strike 1. 2-1. We have a much livelier umpire than we did the last game. The game that got Ben thrown out. Ben got thrown out, I don't know how many games ago that was. That wasn't the last game. Here's the pitch. That's inside for ball 3. He got thrown out, I think that was 2 games ago. First game on Sunday, I believe it was. He got thrown out for asking a question. That's a little rough. But I say that to say this, the umpire that day clearly did not want to be there. This umpire looks much more excited to be out here umping some 11U baseball. Giving commands, telling Ty to go pick up the foul ball. I like it. Full count. Sorry about my clearing of my throat, folks. I know that's not what you want to hear on the air. Here's the pitch. That bounces at the plate for ball 4. Parker sprints down to first base, looking to see if he can pick up an extra bag on the bad pitch, but the catcher did a good job of getting the ball back. So that brings up Ty, the hit guy, hitting in the 2-hole today. Parker's on first. Probably gonna steal. He's pretty fast. I think he's got 30 stolen bases already on this young season. Parker gets his lead. Pitcher comes set. Throws back over. Throw back to the pitcher gets away from him. The third baseman is there to back him up. So no harm, no foul for this THB team. Parker gets his lead. Pitcher looks over. Here's the pitch. Parker takes off. Ty has to duck to get out of the way. Throw goes back toward where the second baseman was, not where he used to be. Anyway, gets out to the center fielder, and Parker makes it to third. Sometimes I think I probably talk too much. I need to stop talking so much, and I just need to call the plays as they are. Ty stands in there. He's got a 1-0 count. Pitcher's working back out of the windup now with Parker on third base. Here's the pitch. That one is to the screen. Parker is going to try and score, and he does without sliding. So 1-0 Pirates. That, folks, is why we tell you that leadoff walks will kill you. Parker walked, and 2 pitches later he scored. Still no strikes being thrown to Ty. 2-0. Here's the pitch. Ty hits that one hard into the hole between short and third. That's going to be a base hit. So if you're a stat guy, which I don't know if Ty, I know he's the hit guy. I don't know if he's a stat guy, but if you're a stat guy, it's a little unfortunate. He doesn't get that RBI. Would have got it with that nice base hit, but doesn't get it on the wild pitch. Still gets a base hit. Ty is on first base. That brings up Brenner, a.k.a. Vlad Guerrero III. Ty Ty takes his lead. Pitcher throws over, throws it to the screen. Ty is going to get second easily on the fourth throw. They throw to second base. It gets into left field. Left fielder is there. Ty gets his lead. He's got a short, small lead on second base. Second baseman's kind of holding him. Brenner squares around a fake bunt. Ty almost gets hit in the head by the throw down. He was about 5 steps off of third base. Almost got hit in the head. It would have hurt. It looked like it probably would have hit him in the face, not in the helmet. So that definitely would have hurt. But he's all good now. The ball is wet. And you can see that this THB team is really struggling to grip the ball because it's wet. All right, Brenner stands in. He's ahead in the count, 1-0. Ty's on third base. Here's the pitch. That's in the dirt. Catcher does a great job getting over and blocking it. So 2 balls, no strikes to Brenner. Brenner, chicken dinner. I don't know if he's eaten dinner yet. We just ate at Cocina de Repair. So we're going to give a food review after this inning. That's when we'll start our food reviews. Here's the pitch. Brenner gets way out in front of that, hits it softly back to the pitcher, but it's going to score a run. Ty scores the play. Brenner with an RBI out. So that brings up Will the Thrill Hall, batting in the 4-hole.
When you know, you know.
Here's the pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1. So 1 out, nobody on. Pirates are ahead 2-0. We're underneath the field now. There's nothing like watching baseball from below field level. If you've never done that, you should try it. Come on out to Scrapyard. Here's the pitch. Will hits that one hard out in the left field. It's going to get down. That's going to get past the left fielder. So Will is going to be on second easily. Will in there with a stand-up double. Good piece of hitting there by Will. Taking an outside pitch and going the other way with it. So Will's on second base, 1 out. That brings up Luke Lunar Landers. Pitcher comes set. Will gets his lead. Nobody's really holding him on. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. My guess is Luke wishes he had that one back. I don't think he really wanted to swing at that. At least his swing looked like he didn't want to swing at that. So 0-1 count. Not going to lie, folks, I don't like this setup because a lot of people can hear what I'm saying, specifically the other team, so I can't make jokes about the other team. It's a little bit unfortunate, but here we are nonetheless. Here's the pitch. It's outside for ball 1. So 1-1 count to Luke. Here's the pitch. Luke hits that one to the third baseman. Third baseman looks Will back, throws it to first. That throw is going to get past the first baseman. Will advances to third on the play. He'd have been there whether that throw was on target or not, but throw is not on target, and Luke on first base on the air. That brings up Travis. We still don't have a nickname for Travis. We're working on that. When we get that, we'll tell you about it. Runners on the corners, 1 out. 2 runs already across for the Pirates. Luke takes off. There's a lot of confusion out there. Pitcher not quite sure what to do. Luke is in between first and second. So that was fun, folks. You know, there's not enough words to describe what just happened there. You're just going to have to go back and watch that on the replay and hope the video is good, because that was fantastic. Pitcher had no clue what to do there, and it was funny. Here's the pitch. Travis pops that one foul. Doesn't look like anybody's going to get there, but that one drops foul and bounces over the newly installed fence. So 0-1 to Travis. Runners on second and third, 1 out. Bottom of the first inning. Pirates lead 2-0. Luke gets a healthy lead on second. Travis stands in. Will's got a good lead on third. Here's the pitch. It's outside for ball 1. I'm getting dripped on. I'm underneath, and it's not a solid roof above me. It's just like decking, so I keep getting water drops on me. Throw it back over to third. Will slides in feet first. You don't see that often on a pickoff, but I love the creativity. Originality. Some people have physicality. Will's got originality. Here's the pitch. That one's hit hard at the shortstop. He makes an attempt at backhanded stab. Will scores. Left fielder is going to make a good throw home, but not in time. And Travis slips before he tried to slide. So it's a little slip and slide out there. If you didn't see that, go back and watch it. Watch what happens to Travis at second base. 2 RBI single there for Travis. He advances to second on the throw. Oh, we got a little break in the action, folks. Coach makes his way out to the mound, calls the entire team in. So the entire team has made their way into the mound. Pirates lead this one early, 4-0. But we are playing 11U baseball. That doesn't really mean a whole lot. Anything can happen, especially on a rainy night like tonight.
Go, Kelby!
I'm gonna have to put my umbrella back up, folks. I'm getting rained on. Getting rained on underneath, like 4 feet below field level. Move back to second. Pitcher throws it over the second baseman's head, but the center fielder is there. So KP Kelby Pittman's up. Travis is on second base. Pitcher comes set. Here's the pitch. That was, I guess, in the strike zone. Kelby ducked down, but somehow that was in the strike zone. So I don't know what's happening here, folks. I had to change my view, so I can't tell you where that pitch actually was. I will say, I said it earlier, the liveliness of this umpire is much better than the liveliness of the last umpire we had. So I will take a couple bad calls just for someone who actually wants to be out there. Here's the pitch. Kelby swings at that high one. He hits a chopper to third. Third baseman makes a good throw on the run to get the second out of the inning, but Kelby with the RBI puts the Pirates ahead 5-0. That brings up Henry Poole. He's here. If you haven't watched the movie, watch it.
Let's go, Hen.
Here's the pitch. Henry hits that one hard down the third baseline. That's going to hit the bag, and third baseman unable to come up with it. So Henry on base with a hard hit ground ball, hits third base, bounces. Third baseman unable to field it. So 2-out rally going. That brings up Preston Chisholm, a.k.a. the Lumberjack. Henry gets his lead. He takes off. Looked like the take was on all the way. There goes the throw over into shallow right center field. Henry slides in safely. So I channeled my inner Preston today. I had a bunch of trees cut down, and I wanted to save a bunch of the wood. So I ended up spending about 5 hours splitting wood today. Channel my inner lumberjack. I did not use an axe, though. I used a log splitter, which if you haven't used one before, definitely give it a try. They're a lot of fun. I think I annoyed my neighbors because they're kind of loud. And I have a lot of firewood now, which is great going into a Houston summer. Here's the pitch. Preston fouls that one off. Henry was going on the pitch. He has to run back to second. One count. Henry gets his lead on second. He's not going. That pitch is outside for ball 2. 2-1 count here to Preston, aka the lumberjack. He's also wearing a yellow and black camo arm sleeve. He got it on his throwing arm, so I think he's at least got it on the correct arm. That's positive. That is a step in the right direction for these Pirates. Here's the pitch. Preston hits that one hard, but right at the shortstop, who catches the line drive for the 3rd out of the inning. So Pirates score 5 runs on 6 hits. They leave one man stranded. We head into the top of the 2nd inning. Pirates 5, THB 0. A lot of hard hit balls there that inning for the Pirates. Love seeing that. They needed to hit something hard. So good job there for the Pirates. Score 5 runs. We'll take that. Take that in the 1st inning of any game. We're playing Friday night, folks, because of the rain that's forecast for tomorrow. It's raining right now, but not terribly. I'm still getting wet, even though I'm undercover, kind of. Not really. But I'm getting wet. The players are getting even wetter than I am, obviously, because they're out in the field. Let's go through. We've got some changes defensively for the Pirates. I don't even think we talked through what the defense looked like last inning other than Dash being on the mound. But Dash's evening is done, at least this game. His evening is done. He pitched an inning and got 3 strikeouts in that inning, gave up no runs. So I'd say that's a pretty good outing. Ty is on the hill now. Travis is behind the plate. Will's at 3rd. Brenner's at short. Dash is at 2nd. Preston's at 1st. Henry's in right. Parker's in center. And there's our left fielder. Kelby's in left. Sorry, I'm getting old, folks. My sight is not what it used to be. Yeah. I used to have the sight of a Navy fighter pilot, but it's not quite that good anymore. Yeah, now it's a Marine's eyesight, which they don't need good eyesight. Still don't wear glasses, though, so that's a win. Whatever. All right, we're about to get started, folks. Still misty. Lots of practices going on out here at Scrapyard. I think there's maybe 2 or 3 games. Ty working out of the windup. That one is fouled off hard, but down the third base line. Third base coach for THB almost makes the play. That's hit fair, hard and fair down the third base line. That's going to get to the fence. Chance to get him out. Kelby did a good job getting the ball in quickly, but base runner was just too fast. He's in for a leadoff double. So THB with the leadoff double. Ty takes a look at the runner on second. He fires that one in there. That's off the end of the bat. A little squib to Preston at first. He fields it, runs over, tags first base, gets the out. Runner moves up on the play. Runner on third base, 1 out here in the top of the second inning. Ty's going to be looking to get this next out. Not going to really care if the run scores or not, but just looking for an out. Ty takes a look over the runner on third. He comes set. Here's the pitch. That's in the dirt. For ball one. Gets to the screen, and the run scores. So, leadoff double pays off for THB as they get 1 run on the board. So 5-1 Pirates here in the top of the second inning. Here's the pitch. That is hit softly to second base. Dashes over, fields it, makes the throw for the second out of the inning. Pirates are throwing around the horn. This is the first time they've thrown around the horn, and they do it successfully tonight. So good job there by the Pirates. Successfully throwing the ball around the horn. And in the rain. Stat team just let us know that was in the rain. First time in the rain for these Pirates to throw it around the horn. Thank you, stat team. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss for strike one. Ty's working the outside corner. You know what I've learned in my very short time coaching younger players is that they cannot hit an outside pitch. Here's the pitch. That is swung on and missed for strike two. I don't know if that was a changeup or it almost looked like a knuckleball. It didn't have much spin on it at all. I think it might have been a knuckleball. Pretty nasty. So here's the pitch. That is popped straight up and out of play. Travis going to try and make a rebound. Nope, not even going to attempt a rebound. Maybe it went all the way over. Ty comes set. Here's the pitch. Throws that nasty pitch again. It bounces. Travis can't find it. That would have been strike three. It was strike three. But Travis couldn't find it. Did a good job blocking it, but it bounced really high, and he couldn't find it. So, runner gets on. Good pitch there by Ty. Ty takes a look at the runner on first. He comes set. Here's the pitch. Runner takes off. Travis was up. He was going to throw the kid out. He already has 1 assist on the season. He was about to get a second, but he didn't catch it. You got to catch it before you can throw it. So runner advances to second base on that pitch. 1-0 count to this THB hitter. Here's the pitch. That's low for ball 2. Good stop there by Travis.
Stay with it, Travis. Good job, bud.
Ty takes a look at the runner on second base. He comes set. Here's the pitch. That's in the dirt for ball 3. Good stop there by Travis again. He didn't see that he stopped it, but he made a good stop nonetheless. Here's the pitch. That is in there for strike 1. 3-1 count. Ty looking to come all the way back after getting in the hole 3-0. 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. 1 run across the board for THB. Ty steps off. Ty takes a long look in. He comes set. Takes a look back at the runner on second. Here's the pitch. That is hit softly but foul down the third base line. Full count, 2 outs, runner on second base. Ty takes a long look in. I think he's going to throw that pitch again. Let's see what he does. Here's the pitch. That is outside. Looked good from here, but I'm kind of standing a little bit up the first base line, so it's tough to tell. Looked good, but umpire called it outside. So 2-out walk for THB. Brings up number 13 for them. I know nothing about him, so I can't give you any of my expert analysis on how he is. But I bet Ty's going to get him out. Here's the pitch. It's up high for ball 1. The play was on, and great throw there by Travis. It would have worked. Dash just kind of looked at the runner right as the ball got to him and unable to catch it cleanly. So run scores. That's all right. No harm, no foul. I like seeing how they did that. They almost executed really, really well on that. Here's the pitch. That is look good, but call the ball. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs, runner on second base, 5-2 Pirates. Here's the pitch. That looked pretty good. 3 balls, no strikes. 2 of those 3 balls could have very easily been called strikes. Here's the pitch. It's down low for ball 4. So back-to-back walks.
You got this leg.
Ty's got to feel a little frustrated. He did get a strikeout, just unable to actually get the out. So frustrating after that to come back and give up 2 walks. Bases are not loaded. Almost said they were. They're not. Runners on first and second. Ty throws over to first. That was close. Ty's got a great move. For a right-handed pitcher, he has a really good move to first base that I think he will pick someone off this year. Takes a long look at the runner on first. Here's the pitch. Ty looks like he's living right on the outside corner. He's not getting a call. 3 of the last 4 pitches have been in that exact spot. So it's either a ball or the umpires missed 3 calls. Here's the pitch. That's down low for ball 2. Ben calls time and makes his way out to the mound. Well, while we got a pause in the action, folks, we're going to talk about the food review today. It is not going to be a review of Scrapyard's food because my review of their food would not be very kind. So I'm not going to say anything about that. But we did eat at Cocina de Roberto on the way over. 3 locations in the Woodlands. Actually, I don't think any of them are in the Woodlands, but they're all around the Woodlands. 3 locations, one down on Sawdust, I'm sorry. One on the feeder on 45 South, just south of Woodlands Parkway, and then the food truck on your drive over to Scrapyard Sports. I'll say this. Fantastic tacos, really good queso, really good quesadilla, and I had a Mexican Coke, which if you haven't had a Mexican Coke lately, go drink. It's just a pure sugarcane Coke. It's great. That pitch is down low for ball 3.
Got this, Doc.
Here's the pitch. That is inside for ball 4. So tie with 3 walks in a row. Looking to come get this. Looks like, I think this is the leadoff hitter for this THB team. It's definitely their left fielder, but I think he was a leadoff. Here's the pitch. That is in there for strike 1. Good job there by Ty, coming back after throwing 4 straight balls and getting a strike. (0-1) to number 0 on THB. Ty comes set. Here's the pitch. That is swung on and missed for strike 2. Ty quickly gets ahead, 0-2. Ty comes set. Here's the pitch. That's in there. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Great piece of Great piece of pitching there by Ty. Giving up back-to-back-to-back walks to load the bases, and then comes back and gets a strikeout on 3 pitches. THB scores 2 runs on just 1 hit. They leave the bases loaded. We head into the bottom half of the 2nd inning. Pirates 5, THB 2. Well, folks, we're out at Scrapyard Sports on a Friday night. If you don't have anything else going on, come on out here. They're only charging you $7 to get in. Alternatively, you could go watch the Woodlands and College Park play high school baseball, and it would only cost you $2. But who's counting? So I could almost get my entire family into the College Park Woodlands high school game tonight for the same price that it cost me to get myself into this game tonight. I'm not angry about that. I'm just stating the facts. Due up for the Pirates are Dash leading off, followed by Clint, and then Parker. So Dash, Clint, Parker here in the bottom half of the 2nd inning. Pirates looking to hang another 5 at least on this THB team. I almost said it there, folks. I almost said THC. It's not legal in Texas. It's legal in a lot of other places, not here in Texas. Long time between innings here, folks. No pitch clock, no between innings clock, no nothing. Just pure 11U baseball here at Scrapyard Sports. See how many people we got listening. Probably still just 2. Yep. Looks like we still just got 2 of you. You know what? I appreciate the 2 that are listening. That's on YouTube. I've heard we're also on Game Changer with the videos, so maybe there's some more of you watching on Game Changer. If you're out there and you're watching on Game Changer, let me know. Send me a text, something. Let me know you're there. Here's the pitch. Dash hits that one hard up the middle. Second baseman with a great diving play and gets Dash. That was a hard hit ball up the middle. Second baseman had to dive to his right. He took like 3 or 4 steps to his right and then dove, able to come up with a play and gets Dash out at first for the first out of the inning. Oh, we got 12 viewers on Game Changer. How about it? Here's the pitch. That's 14 total, in case you didn't know what 12 plus 2 was. 14 total viewers. Not bad for Friday night. Friday Night Lights here in Spring, Texas. Clint's up now. This pitcher's working out of the windup. Here's the pitch. That's down low for ball 2. Sorry, I missed the first pitch for y'all. I saw it, but I didn't call it out. Here's the pitch. It's upstairs. Ball 3. Clint's probably going to be taken. That is down low for ball 4. So Clint with a 1-out walk on 4 pitches. That brings up Parker. He got on base with a walk last time up. He scored 2 pitches later. Clint has his lead off of first. Sorry for the yawn during the broadcast, folks. Pitcher throws over to first. All right, so here's my complaint about these 11-year-olds. They always, when a runner gets on the first, oh, okay, you just broke it. So I was going to say they throw over 1 time to first, and then they just pitch. And so the base runners are paying attention. They know that the first before the first pitch, they're going to get thrown over once, and then they can steal at will. But that pitcher just threw over twice. Here's the pitch. Clint takes off. He's going to be there easily. Slides through the base. I believe that's his 22nd stolen base on the season. He's 22 for 22 when stealing on first pitches. Pitcher comes set, takes a look back at Clint. Here's the pitch. Parker squares around a bunt. He pulled it back in time. I wasn't sure about that, but he pulled it back in time. Ball 2. Ben's going through the signs. Clint gets his lead on second base. Not a huge lead. Parker squares around again, lays down a good bunt. Advances the runner to third. He almost beat out the throw, too. So 2 outs. Runner on third. That brings up Ty, the hit guy. Ty's 1 for 1 on the day. Had a hard hit single last at bat. Here's the pitch. That's hit hard right at the shortstop. Unable to field it. Clint's going to score. Ty is going to get to second base. Center fielder dove after that one, but missed it. And Ty is rounding third. He's going to try and score, and he's going to score easily.
Way to go, Ty!
So Ty with a, I don't know what we call that. There were multiple errors on that, so I'm not going to give him a home run, but he did score. 2 RBIs there for Ty. We'll give him a single with a 3-bag error. How about that? He hit that one hard, folks. And it looks like there's a defensive change for THB. Second baseman gets subbed out. He wasn't even in on that play, but he still got subbed out. That brings up Brenner. Here's the pitch. He's 0 for 1 with an RBI. Hits that one to the third baseman, fields it, pulls the first baseman off the bag. Brenner's speed gets him there, and honestly, he didn't need his speed on that one because the throw was off target, but I'd like to think that his speed is what put the pressure on the third baseman to make that bad throw. So Brenner's on first, 2 outs. That brings up Will the Thrill Hall. He's 1 for 1 on the day also. Here's the pitch. Take was on all the way. It's in there for a ball, and Brenner is on second base with the steal. Brenner has not been thrown out stealing when there's a light mist in the air. We liked his odds on that one, given the stats behind it. Will's got a 1-0 count, runner on second base, 2 outs, 2 runs on the board this inning. Here's the pitch. Will hits that one high out into right center. Center fielder over, does not catch it. Looked like he caught it, but then he dropped it. That's what happens in 11U baseball, boys and girls. Sorry, I know I was looking at all the boys, so I was going to try and opine to them. But that's what happens in 11U baseball. You put the ball in play, you are often rewarded. So Will on base for the second time. 3 runs across this inning for the Pirates. 2 outs. Will's on first base. That brings up Luke Lunar Landers. Here's the pitch. That is in there for strike 1 on the inside corner. That ball gets out into center field, but center fielder's there. So every throw down by the catcher for this THB team has been about at least 5 feet to the right of second base. So 5 feet toward the second baseman where he would normally be playing, at least. Some of them have been worse than that. Pitcher comes set. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Luke stands in there, waits on the pitch. Pitcher takes a long time. Here's the pitch. That's upstairs for ball 2. Two-one count. 2 outs. 8-2 Pirates here in the bottom half of this second inning. Here's the pitch. Luke hits that one hard but foul for strike 2. Here's the pitch. That's outside for ball 3. Full count. 2 outs, runner on second base. Full count. to Luke Lunar Landers, a.k.a. the White Michael Jordan, repping the number 23. Here's the pitch. Luke fouls that one out of play to stay alive. Good at bat here by Luke, working the count. Pitcher comes set, takes a look back at Will at second. Here's the pitch. Luke fouls that one straight up. There might be a play. There was a play. It was just not made. Catcher did a good job there, hustling over to try and make that, though. It's hard. If you've never tried catching a foul ball pop fly that's got a ton of backspin on it with catcher's gear on, using a catcher's mitt, then you can't criticize catchers for missing that one. Luke with new life. Full count. Runner on second base. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Hit hard and foul right into the opposing coach's toe. That's probably going to hurt for a day or two. That's 2 plays that opposing coach has missed. We are not going to be giving him a call for the over 35 tryout. I can assure you of that. Here's the pitch. Luke fouls that one off. That is 4 straight foul balls. Luke doing a great job of staying alive. Making this pitcher work, that's for sure. See if he can put something in foul territory, or fair territory now. Pitcher comes set. Here's the pitch. Luke hits that one hard, but also foul down the third base line. Luke doing a good job up there, putting the bat on the ball. He just needs to find it in fair territory now. Pitcher comes set. Takes a look back at Will. Here's the pitch. Luke hits that one hard. That's going to get in the hole between short and third. Will's rounding third. He's going to be held. Good throw there by the left fielder. Luke hit that one hard. So it got quickly to the left fielder. He got it back in quickly. Great job there by Luke. That was a battle. 5 foul balls. And finally got a base hit. That brings up Travis. Luke advanced to second on that throw home. Luke gets a big lead. I like seeing that big lead. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Pitcher comes set. Runners get their leads. Here's the pitch. Travis hits that one foul down the third base line. Here's the pitch. That is inside. That gets to the screen. Will is going to score, and Luke advances to third. Travis stands back in. 2 outs, runner on third base. Here's the pitch. It's upstairs. 2-2 count. Pitcher comes set. Here's the pitch. It's upstairs. That one gets to the screen as well. Luke's going to score. Yes, he does. So Travis with 2 bases clearing wild pitches. I don't think he actually gets credit for that, folks. In fact, I know he doesn't. We talked about it earlier today. He doesn't get credit for those RBIs, but love to see him get a base hit on this full count right here. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. That hits him. So he's not crying. Ben told him at practice the other day if they cry after they get hit, they're off the team. So Travis didn't cry on that one. Love seeing that. That brings up KP, Kelby Pittman. He's got an RBI on the day. Travis gets his lead. No throw over to first. He takes off. Take was on all the way. Travis slides in safely. No throw. I think these boys just like sliding on this turf when it's wet. It's kind of like playing on a slip and slide. Kind of wish I could go out there and slide if I'm being honest. Pitcher comes set. Travis gets his lead. Here's the pitch. That gets Kelby. And he doesn't cry because he still wants to be on the team too. So back-to-back hit by a pitch. Looks like we're going to have a pitching change here. Let's see. Yep, we are going to have a pitching change. So we're going to have a little break in the action, folks. If you're not out here live with us, we miss you, but we're glad you're listening. We need to take a 10-second pause for station identification. You are listening to AM 1930 KNOW, your home for Pirates baseball. If you know, you know. And we're back. We are back, folks. New pitcher. We're going to have a little bit of a break in the action. Henry's going to be up. First guy to face this new pitcher, followed by Preston, a.k.a. the Lumberjack. Yeah, so folks, if you're confused as to why you're watching a game on a Friday night instead of out on a hot date, it's because it's supposed to rain a lot tomorrow down here in Houston. I don't know where you're watching us from. Typically, we have a worldwide viewership. I don't know if everybody from around the world's watching tonight, but if you are and you want to know what the weather's going to be like in Houston, it's going to be rainy tomorrow. We're playing 2 games tonight so that we don't get rained out tomorrow. They're hoping that they can get enough games in tonight and maybe some tomorrow to where Sunday will be a normal tournament day. The scrapyard complex is all turf, though. Usually drains pretty quickly. There's no dirt, so typically they can play through a lot, and they will have these boys play through a lot. All right, folks, back in the action. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. Runners take off. Travis steals third safely, and Kelby steals second safely. Henry's now got a 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike one.
Let's go, Hen. Pick you one up, bud.
So Henry's 1 for 1 on the day as well. A lot of base hits that first inning. Henry looking to get his second base hit of the game. Drive in 2 runs here. Here's the pitch. That one's in the dirt for ball 2. Well, we're getting weather prediction, or not weather predictions, weather reports in from around our viewing audience. In Hot Springs, Arkansas, it's rained a lot, and it's supposed to rain more. So if you're looking for a sunny day, don't go to Hot Springs this weekend. But if you're looking for a good time, go to the Arkansas Derby. I think maybe it's in a week or 2. I don't think it's this weekend, maybe next weekend. Here's the pitch. Henry hits that one hard to the third baseman. He fields it cleanly, makes a throw in time for the third out of the inning. So Pirates score a lot of runs on a lot of hits. That was a really slow inning, folks. I'm sorry. I lost count of the runs and hits. So they scored a lot of runs, a lot of hits. We head into the top of the third inning. Pirates 10, Team Houston Blue, THB, not THC, 2. Sorry, just got word that the Arkansas Derby was last weekend, so you missed it if you didn't go. Should have gone because you missed it. The winner, I don't even know who the winner was because I wasn't watching it, but in the past, the winner has gone on to win the Kentucky Derby. I think there's even been a Triple Crown winner that has won the Arkansas Derby. I believe Big Brown, I think, was the last Triple Crown winner. I don't know about that for sure. I used to know a lot more about horse racing. I know less now. But if he was, I believe he won the Arkansas Derby. Defensively, the Pirates are looking a little different. KP Kelby Pittman's on the mound, ties at third, dashes at short. Luke's at second, Parker's at first, Clint's in right, Henry is in center, and Brenner is in left. Sandman won the Arkansas Derby this year, so be watching Sandman in the Kentucky Derby and the Preakness and the Belmont Stakes. Watch them in all 3. See how he does. Horse racing is a ton of fun. It's a great way to spend a Saturday afternoon. Don't go to Sam Houston Racetrack if you're down here in Houston. It's really just depressing more than anything. So don't go there, but go to a nice track on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. Lexington, Kentucky's a good spot. So I've heard. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
Go, Kelby.
So Kelby's starting off early and often with a strike. Love seeing that. Kelby's working out of the windup. Here's the pitch. That is right down the middle for strike 2.
Stay right there, Kelby.
So Kelby getting ahead early on this hitter.
Show him the heater.
That looked good. Must have missed inside. One, two. Here's a pitch that was low for ball two. 2-2 count to this THB leadoff hitter in the top half of the third inning. 10-2 Pirates. That's an 8-run lead in case you're scoring at home. Here's a pitch. That is outside for ball three. Hitter thought it was ball four. It was not. Only ball three. So Kelby looking to come back and get this hitter. He was up 0-2. He's now got a full count. Here's the pitch. Kid was not looking to swing. Kelby threw one right over the middle for a strike. I think that's probably all he would have needed to do to get that kid out. But regardless, he's on first base with a walk. Here's the pitch. Runner takes off. It's down low for ball one. Travis with a strike down to second. Not quite in time, but good throw there by Travis. One 0 count, runner on second base, nobody out here in the top of the third. We're watching Baseball Underground, folks. Baseball Underground. Kelby with a good move back to second base. Here's the pitch, runner takes off. Travis with another strike. So 2-1 count here to this hitter. Travis with two good throws down, just not neither one of them quite in time, but good throws. Kelby with the move over to third. Gets past Ty. He throws it home, but not in time. So run scores. You getting rained on? Here's the pitch. That is swung on and missed for strike two.
Get him, Kelby.
No.
That looked good, but not called a strike. Kelby working out of the windup. Here's the pitch. That's in the dirt. It's not dirt. It's turf that looks kind of like dirt. This field's actually kind of ironic.
Come on, Kelby, right here, bud.
Full count here. We'll talk about the irony of the field. Here's the pitch. That is fouled off down the first base line. So it's funny because in the infield where there should be grass, there's fake dirt. And on the mound where there should be dirt, there's fake grass. How about that, folks? That doesn't weird you out. I don't know what will. Here's the pitch. Down low for ball four.
Okay. One at a time, Kelby.
Here's the pitch. Runner takes off. Travis is going to fire it down. His throw that time was wide to the right. He's throwing it hard, but it was just wide to the right. One ball, no strikes. Runner on second base, nobody out. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike one. Here's the pitch. That's in there for strike two. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike three. Was not strike three. So Travis, it was a foul tip. Travis caught it, but I guess the umpire said it hit the dirt, the fake dirt. So we're back at it. Kelby with a good move back to second. That was close. Luke with a good hard tag. Foul ball.
Come on, Kelly, get him right here, babe.
Kelby comes set. Here's the pitch. That's hit foul down the third base line. Here's the pitch. It's upstairs. And hitter looked like he was mad at himself. He ducked down. I think he wishes he would have taken that in the shoulder, but he ducked down. Here's the pitch. Kelby tried throwing a change up there. A little bit high. It looked decent. It was just a little bit high.
Daddy, I need to go to the bathroom.
Ball four. So runners on first and second, nobody out.
Go, Kelly.
Here's the pitch. That is in there for strike one. Hitter kind of jumped out of the batter's box and then looked back at the umpire, and the umpire looked at him and said that was a strike. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike two. Oh, 2. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Here's the pitch. That is right down the middle for strike three. Hitter jumped out of the way, even though it was right down the middle. So good job there by Kelby. KP Kelby Pittman with his first strikeout of the game. Here's the pitch. Also right down the middle for strike one. So this THC team does not like hitting balls that are right down the middle. Here's the pitch. That's high for ball one. One count. Runners on first and second. One out. Top of the third. Here's the pitch. That is hit right to Dash. Flips it over to Luke for one. Over to Parker at first for a double play. That, folks, is a 6-4-3 double play. I think that's the first one that these Pirates have turned. And Coach Ben told them if they did that, he would take them out to pizza or ice cream, maybe both. So I think he owes them something after that. That's how you get out of an inning, folks. Team Houston Blues scores 1 run on no hits. They leave one man stranded. We head into the bottom of the third. Pirates 10, THC 3. Well, folks, we can get back to our racehorse talk. If you own a racehorse on this broadcast, let us know. We'd love to talk to you about that. It's an expensive hobby, but I would think a fun one. I love watching racehorses. Very difficult to outrun a horse. You could probably outrun a three-legged horse. I don't know about a four-legged horse, though. I've also heard that racehorses don't like it when you beat them. So you got to figure out how to get them to run fast nicely. I don't know anything about how to race horses. I just like watching it and betting on them. All right, let's talk about baseball again. How about that double play, folks? That was pretty sweet. Dash fielded it at short. Little flip over to Luke at second, and Luke fired it to Parker at first. That's the first true, 6-4-3 or 4-6-3 or however you want to call it, but true, like up the middle double play that I remember these boys having. They've actually had a triple play. If you remember way back into the archives, there was a triple play. That was insane. I don't think I've ever seen a triple play like above T-ball before. So that was cool to see, but that was a pretty double play that we just watched. If you missed it, go back and watch it again. We're on YouTube and Game Changer now. You can watch it on either one. All right, we're moving into the bottom of the third. Preston, a.k.a. the Lumberjack, is up. He's still looking for that shoe deal. All right, we're back in the action, folks. Same pitcher that came in the middle of last inning. Here's the pitch. That's hit hard, but right at the shortstop. He fields it, fires over to first in time for the first out of the inning. One pitch, one out here in the bottom half of the third. Brings up Dash. That is on the outside corner for strike one. Dash got robbed of the single his last time up. Hit one hard up the middle. Second baseman made a great play. Here's the pitch. Hit hard. The second baseman, he's there. Fields it. Throws it to first for out number two. So 3 pitches, 2 outs for this Team Houston Blue pitcher. It's pretty good efficiency. Not necessarily what the Pirates wanted, but good efficiency nonetheless. Brings up Clint. Here's the pitch. It's outside for ball one. Clint squares around the bunt. The pitcher started his delivery and then just stopped mid-delivery. No runners on, so no balk, but I guess the bunt scared him. So it worked. Maybe he'll keep doing it, and we'll just get into a stare down. Here's the pitch. Clint hits that one in the air into shallow right field. Second baseman is back. He makes the catch. And the Pirates go in order. So Pirates looking to get 3 quick outs here to end this game. They lead 10-3 right now. Headed into the top half of the 4th inning. We've got some defensive changes. Kelby's going to be back on the mound. It appears that Coach Ryan is going to go out and try and earn that starting catcher spot. I don't think he's going to get it, but he's going to try. Henry's at third. Brenner is at short. Clint's at second. Preston's at first. Will's in right. Ty's in center. And Luke's in left. Parker's on the bench, so it looks like Dash is going to be catching. Unless Ryan earns that starting spot. I don't know. We'll see what happens. He's been trying all season to get that starting spot behind the plate. He just hadn't earned it yet. All right, folks, we're about to get back in the action. Dash is, in fact, behind the plate. Predictions were correct. Here we go, folks. Kelby looking for 3 quick outs here. Here's the pitch, working out of the windup. That one's hit softly right back to Kelby. Makes a great play. 1 pitch, 1 out. See if these boys can throw it around the horn again. They don't fully throw it around the horn. They go from first to short to second, back to Kelby. So Henry gets left out. I don't think he's going to be too hurt on that one, though. Here's the pitch. That one's behind the hitter for ball 1.
Come on, Kelby.
We got another game after this one, folks, so stay with us. We're going to be playing late into the Texas night. That one's fouled. Out of play. Dash going for his first rebound of the game. Not going to get it. I don't know that it came back down.
Look out here.
1-1 count here. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So Kelby with 2 quick outs. Hey, the baseball just dropped down. No one there for the rebound. Kelby's still working out of the windup. He's throwing hard too. That's hit foul down the first base line. Here's the pitch. Hit little blue. Clint over, makes a diving play, throws it to first to get the 3rd out of the game. The coach
Oh, man, that was awesome. I thought we were about to have a fight, but we did not. So Coach made his way out to the umpire, took his hat off, looked like he was about to throw it down, but he was joking the whole time. So I love seeing that. Good job by these Pirates. They win 10-3, get their first win of the tournament. They'll be playing here in about 15 minutes. So stick with us. We'll be back.